Well, hello everybody, it's Bug Eater 64, and we're finally getting back into the air. Lots of problems the last week or so, and been working hard to correct them. And so we're going to be doing Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 flight. Going to be doing it with a NeoFly mission, and we're going to be flying, as you see, the aircraft behind me with its nifty little livery on it. And if you're like me, you love that spinner on there at the prop. It's really cool. So anyway, we're going to do this little flight as a test to see how things go. I sure hope you enjoy it. So let's get into the cockpit and let's see how we fly.
It says...
Okay, so we're in the cockpit now. We're sitting in Florida, getting ready to do this little flight, and you can hear in the background there, you may hear Cajun Josh and Dion Soul, fellow YouTubers, and as they're talking about things that are going on with some of our flight sims and flight sim worlds, and dealing with Microsoft 2020, and also X-Plane that we all fly in, and DCS for that matter. So you may hear them in the background, but we're getting ready to get set to go. Okay, the airplane is getting ready. I've got the engine started. They're loading up the cargo. You can hear it in the background there as I finish getting this Cessna 172 up and running. So G1000 warming up so we can get the flight plan set, and it's already in the system, so it's not going to be any real problem there. They sure are noisy loading that cargo, I'll tell you that. We've got a pretty well, it's cloudy.
Transporter from dispatch. The cargo is on board. You are clear to taxi to the runway and take off.
And we thank you very much for that. We'll get ready to do just that here shortly. Just to give you a little heads up, our weather today in Florida is pretty typical. It's for this time of year and time of day. We've got some thunderstorms off in the distance, some possible rain showers, but our actual location and flight path looks pretty clear, so we shouldn't have any real issues. We may have some clear air turbulence, so you know, we'll get ready here and get on our way. As you can see, my livery there, my black and yellow livery.
One of the questions
I think it looks pretty good on this 172.
Do you feel like it will be received A, worse than expected, B,
Cajun is
slightly worse than expected, C,
you know, doing a little talking there about some of the
or 5 exceeds all expectations. Like, don't even think about
information, some of the things that are going on with
somebody's not ready to go.
Microsoft 2020 that you know, we got information that they've started the beta testing on VR, and
suspicious that they
so we'll see how that all goes, and that'll be coming here in the future. It's a closed beta, so really can't get much information about it, but you know, it's good to know that it's coming, because I thoroughly much more enjoy flying using VR. The one thing that's very nice, if I can't have the VR right now, and which I am not using in this flight, is my track IR, or head motion tracking. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the track IR works extremely well. It's the best I've had it work in almost anything in the recent past. So yeah, it works well, but I'm not using it on this flight. This is just a test flight in NeoFly to see, you know, how things are going with NeoFly. I'm still learning it. I had a couple flights and I didn't get credit for it. It turns out, all in all, as per normal, it was pilot error. I didn't set it up properly, but this one all looks like it's going to go well, so we'll see how it goes. So we'll get things going here and get in the air and be on our way. So
can you have forums wrong?
And we'll let the boys talk in the background, you know.
Something I really expect to just work as a web forum.
Let's see. Okay, we got flaps for takeoff configuration.
We go on to kilopascals, you jackass. Oh, you know what? I know why it's doing that.
We're doing a little test with the engine run up. Make sure everything's fine there. RPMs sound good. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake and get some RPMs up here and get going on our way.
It's like they expected the flight sim community to be everybody to be on Xbox, and it's like, you know, that's the impression I get. And it's like, those flights.
Now here we go. Run up those RPMs. The one thing I've noticed with my Microsoft 2020 is the, especially on the 172, the trim is a little bit tricky. Sensitive at takeoff. Once I get it set, it works fine. But you know, and the rudders are a little bit sensitive.
Transporter from dispatch.
So
Fly
just
safe.
a little twitchy. But we're in the air now. We're heading up. So we'll get up a little bit here, get turned, grab some altitude. We're going to fly at about 1,500 feet today, but we'll get some altitude and get those flaps up. And we'll be cruising at about 112, 111, 113 knots. So you can see it's a beautiful day. The clouds look absolutely gorgeous. And you can see out there, I've still got the tags turned on. I'm going to turn them off about halfway through the flight, but you can see we've got some people out there, so we're going to get things settled here, get on our way. And it's you can see my pretty livery. The one thing I think is really cool on this airplane is that metal spinner on the front of it. It looks really cool. But yep, there you can see it with my flames on the cowling. So everything looking good here. And you can see things are a little bit bumpy, so there's some clear air turbulence. But we're going to get going. So we'll see you on the other side when we get closer to land. Okay, so here we are on the other side. You can see we're just about, maybe 3 or 4 miles from the airport. So we're getting ready to land here. And
I'm not too excited. I don't really care right now. Let's see what they look like, and then I'll.
So, but we'll get in here, get landed, get credit for our flight, and everything will be fine. As you can see real quick, as we went through that little musical montage area, it's pretty easy to change things in flight in this sim, so that's a plus. I like that. But
And I'll probably pick it up. But
getting in here for on approach, I'm going to be making a
just to keep up with the
as soon as we get past North Exuma, we'll be I'm going to make a turn to the left and swing around to come into land at our destination, KDAD. So
yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I really like it.
So
That's why I was getting my phrases earlier in the text. It's like, hey, this.
and as you can hear, Dion and Cage and Josh, they're just jabbering away. They didn't slow down 1 minute during this whole flight.
I can't fault them for that.
You know, that's the best entertainment I could have, just listening to my fellow Discord friends carrying on about flight sim. It was great fun. Anyway, so here we go. Gonna swing right around. Very short final. Get down on the airfield. These things are a little bit windy, so I just want to get her down as quickly and safely as we can. We're at full flaps at this point. Slowing down.
Out there, they were shooting for before the end of this year. Now they've been radio silence.
And so
I'm thinking it's going
here
to
we
be
go.
next year.
Probably February, March, January, end of January.
That's going to be an excellent.
And a little flare.
Transporter from dispatch.
Touchdown.
Nice landing. Go to the next parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Tag next to that.
All right, so down safely. Slowing down nicely. We'll be making a left turn off the runway. Cleaning up the airplane. Flaps coming up. And we'll radio call that we're clear.
Kilo Delta Echo Delta traffic Buggeater 64 Alpha Delta Delta X-ray is clear of the runway.
And we'll move over here to our left and park the airplane. Let's get over here and park.
Oh, that's Lake Mead. Okay.
No, Dion's close to Lake Mead.
That's Vegas right over there.
Alright, we'll pull right up between these two general aviation aircraft and call it a day and get our dispatcher from NeoFly to have them pick up our cargo.
Go in the belly of the beast.
First, get our parking plate brake
Transporter
set.
from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Very good. Let's get that stuff out of here. There they are.
You got struck by lightning bolt. One of his crew members got struck by lightning on a clear sky there.
You just never know.
That's one of the things I hope they do too. I hope in 1912 they define windows.
Transporter
Okay.
from dispatch. Cargo unloaded and checked. It is always a pleasure to work with you.
Well done. We'll put the bird to bed and call it a day. All right, then. There you have it. We are at our location at a small airfield, and everything went well. So we're in Florida, so that's
was a kind of a fun flight, an easy flight, less than 100 miles. So everything seemed to go well. What can I say? So we're back into the air. We're going to have more missions coming here fairly shortly. I've got a couple helicopter missions I've got to get done, and see if I can finish mission 7 from the Larkin's Aviation campaign in DCS. And then, of course, we don't have any helicopters yet, or RV, or VR, I should say, yet. But it's all coming. So we're looking forward to those things. As just a couple days from now, on Tuesday, the 24th of November, we get the big world update that for the United States and so on. So that's going to be great. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Sure enjoyed having you along as always. If there's any gripes, complaints, or if you liked it, make a comment. I take all constructive criticism. I'm an old guy, so you're going to have to go some to bruise my ego. And I do this for fun. So I sure hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, this is Bug Eater 64. And as I always say, do as I say, not as I do. And please, safe flying.